your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia, and with me tonight we have Nick.
Hello.
And Brandon.
Hi.
And we got all sorts of goodies to talk about tonight. Let's see. Brandon's gonna wile us with his free-to-play games that he loves.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that's all he plays these days.
That is all I play. Let's ignore the fact that I spent a ton of money on games recently from the summer sale and played those, and I've also bought many $60 games in the last few weeks. But yeah, just free-to-play. That's all I play.
Free-to-play games are the master race now. That's what I was told before the podcast started.
Mobile's the best.
Let's see, I have some more E3 games, kind of. I've been playing through E3 Prelude games. Nick has started some new games that he's not going to finish. And are you guys ready to get started?
Hell, maybe? Yeah.
Maybe? Alright. Who wants to go first? I vote Brandon.
Me?
Yeah, because we want to riddle you with your love of games. And talk about your exciting purchases this week.
Alright, so I'm
half purchases.
Half purchases?
Well, I mean, if they're free to play.
Okay, well, let's get this out of the way.
You can't pay no money. It's not paying anything if it's free.
Oh, let's get this out of the way first and foremost.
Spending time.
I like fighting games. Oh, by the way, I bought an Xbox One. There we go. Yeah. Let's might want to confirm that first. I like fighting games. I really like fighting games. I liked Killer Instinct when it was on the Super Nintendo. It was a good game. It's on the Xbox One now. It happens to be free to play, with a rotation character every week that you can play for free. This week's rotation character sucked dick, so I spent $5 and bought a character of my choosing after reviewing the character, seeing the character's movesets, seeing how the character plays, and finding out what the character plays like and if I wanted to play it, which I did, so I decided to buy it. So that's what I did. I bought one from Season 2 instead of Season 1, since I can buy Season 1 for $20, which gives me all the characters and the extra stuff for it. I don't care. If I put 20 and 20 together, that's still only $40. So a $40 game that happens to be free to play if you so choose does not make it shit and you can eat a bag of dicks. Alright, I got that off my chest.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just package it all together and give me the ability to play whoever I want, whenever I want.
You can do that. You have the option to buy it that way. But
they should have done it at first.
Well,
they didn't do that at first.
No, they didn't, but they realized it was a mistake, alright? They realized it was a mistake, they fixed it, but they still left the free-to-play option out for people that want to. And at first, they also gave people characters for free.
Jago, that's it.
Riptor also got given away for free.
All I got was Jago.
I know, that's because you didn't play when Riptor was given away for free, or when TJ Combo was given away for free.
You know why I didn't play it when it was given away for free?
Because you're not good at it.
No, because I don't like the game.
That's okay.
That's right.
Alright, so now, this is Killer Instinct. This is just Killer Instinct, and that makes me very, very happy. It's really good. Alright, I don't give a shit what you say. This is probably one of the better fighting games I've played in years. I'm trying to think of a better fighting game. The only game I can maybe come up with is the Persona fighting game, which is fantastic.
I mean, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat's good. It's really good, don't get me wrong. But this game's fantastic. Like, I fully agree. Mortal Kombat's really good. It's a lot of fun, but this just makes me so happy.
How many people are playing Killer Instinct at EVO?
What?
EVO?
EVO?
Yeah.
There's a Killer Instinct fighting tournament at EVO.
Is it bigger than Smash Brothers?
No, nothing will ever be bigger than Smash
tournament.
Brothers. That's a fucking stupid thing to say. If you know anything about the fighting game fucking scene, nothing will ever be bigger than Smash. Except for maybe Street Fighter, and that's been falling off a lot lately too, with Street Fighter 5 coming out. So,
how many weeks is the Killer Instinct tournament going to take if they have to wait for all those rotations for people to get their characters?
That was actually really good. I like that.
Sorry guys, I can't play this week. My free character's not up.
Oh man, I loved it. But like I said, once again, you can just buy it for $40, which is what you were talking about, Nick. I just want to let it go. Well, you can, so shut the fuck up and just buy it then. If that's the way
I don't want to buy it because it's a bad game.
It's not a bad game. I don't understand how. Okay, why is it a bad game? Mechanically, tell me why it is a bad game.
I don't have fun playing it. It doesn't feel very solid.
No.
I think overall Mortal Kombat and even Street Fighter is the better feeling type of fighting game, and I can.
If you get stuck in infinites and bullshit like that in those, though, you're just stuck there. That's it.
In Mortal Kombat?
Fuck yeah, in Mortal Kombat.
You can block.
Yeah, you can block in this.
You can block, you can counter.
Did you not learn that there's a block button and a counter button? And did you not learn that you can instantly block people?
Listen, in Mortal Kombat, blocking and
Killer
countering...
Instinct has this thing that's called combo breakers. It's what happens when you get stuck in a combo, and then you happen to press the same fucking buttons that they are using on you at the same time, and it breaks their combo. If you get stuck in a combo in Mortal Kombat, or if you get stuck in a combo in fucking Street Fighter, you might as well put your controller down and go make a fucking sandwich because you're done.
If
you're
you don't know
someone really good,
if you don't know what you're doing in either of those games, then yes.
I've seen if you're playing against someone of a much higher skill level, then you're fucked. You don't have any chance.
The person I play with a lot plays as what's the new gay character in Mortal Kombat? Kung Jin. There we go.
It's good.
He gets me into infinite combos a lot, and I have a hard time getting out of them. I've seen him get destroyed, so it's not an impossible thing to get out of. You just got to be good enough to do it. So I don't see that as a fault of the game, as more a fault of the player. But, whatever. You like Killer Instinct. It's okay that you like Killer Instinct. I personally do not.
It doesn't sound like it is. Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, for me too, I just don't like any of the character designs in Killer Instinct either.
Yeah, the characters are a little silly too.
Yeah. It's just one step above Clay Fighter.
Oh,
Clay Fighter.
I completely disagree with that.
I'd rather play Clay Fighter.
I know, me too. That's the sad thing.
Man, what is jank about them? They look like their original characters.
Exactly, they're jank.
I like Killer Instinct because I like the fact that each character feels and I have played multiple characters, by the way. I've played Django, I've played Hisaka, I've played what is his name? Argonos. I've played all of those characters, which are 3 different characters.
Which are 3 characters?
Which are 3 of the characters. 3 different.
I thought
that's at least
that would have been way better.
3 weeks worth of playtime there.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, I played those, and the way they feel, each one of them feels like they have a different play style. And I like that idea for a fighting game. I like the idea of having to learn different mechanics for different characters. Like, there are some characters that are very fast, and like Hisaka, she's really fast, and she hits really hard, but you gotta get the timing correct, and you gotta be able to... I feel like
that's any fighting game that does that.
I don't feel that way with, Street Fighter. There are some that just feel very, very samey. Smash Brothers does that, yes, but, they also... it's just their moves in general and the way they play, their mix-ups and the way they work. Smash Brothers does about that, but the same thing is fucking you're hitting the A button, you're doing that move, you're hitting this, and it stands for that move. But then different characters here and different inputs in the characters actually feel different and change the gameplay up a lot because different characters have things that other characters don't, and it's to make the game itself more... I guess, I don't know how to explain it, but it's good. It works really well, and I like the way that it works. And I like the fighting game mechanics. I like the idea of being able to break out of someone's massive combo when they got you stuck in the wall. And I like being able to fucking, drop projectiles on someone or possess them and take their meter for yourself. I like that. That's really cool. I think that's a neat mechanic. I like the massive amounts of hits you can do, the 50, 60, fucking 74 combo sort of shit. That's insane, and it looks very flashy, and it feels nice. And it looks nice as well. There was when it originally came out, it was apparently in 720p, but it's not in 720p anymore, so it may look less jank to you now, Mike. I will point that out. I think the characters look perfectly fine the way they are.
No, they don't look jank as in, like, anti-aliasing. They look jank as in the design is just shitty.
I don't agree, but I mean...
They might as well have googly eyes from every other Rare game from the N64. Like, that's how they look to me.
Yes.
You wrote 7, not Z, at the end.
Oh, that's what I did. Whoops. I was covering that with my thumb, I suppose.
But no, just leave that in. Let people try to figure out what the hell that was about. No, I like the game. It feels very nice. It feels like a full-fledged fighting game also. It doesn't just feel like a free-to-play piece of shit. There are plenty of free-to-play pieces of shit games, and I'll point straight to Dead or Alive, the new one that was released on next-gen consoles. That's just a fucking upgraded version of the one from 360. I'll point straight to that, because that is a fucking shit free-to-play game. It is a shit free-to-play fighting game with a shitty way of playing, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't feel good.
Are we still talking
this
about
is better. No, I'm talking about the Dead or Alive game that they released. It's cute. It's cool. You can make that joke until the cows come home. I don't agree. I think Killer Instinct's fantastic. I like the ranking system. The fucking online play is phenomenal. I barely ever have any desync issues. I've had like maybe one, and then I realized I was downloading something, so it was my own damn fault. But like, yeah, exactly. But like the thing itself, I think it feels great. I like the fact that there's a ladders type thing going on where like you have to play 10 matches and then you get placed in a thing like gold or bronze tier or silver. By the way, I'm in bronze because I'm really fucking bad at this game, but I love it. And I love the mechanics of it, and I love how every single time I fight a new character, I have to think of a new way to beat them, like, because some characters are just plain better than me, it feels like. Some of them are, but that's not the case, and it's just the fact that I don't know what the fuck to do yet. I like the overhead mix-ups that you're able to do where you're able to bounce people off the fucking walls and continue your combo. I love the fact that you could just get them stuck in that, and if they fucking press the wrong button when trying to combo break you because you swapped it up so fast, they get locked out and then they're stuck there and they literally can do nothing against you. That's the kind of shit I like, the like risk and reward factor. I like that idea. I love that idea, in fact, because someone's like, oh, I'm just gonna hammer all the buttons. That's not gonna fucking work. If you hit the wrong button when trying to get out of it, now you're permanently stuck in it until I'm done. So there's a big risk and reward factor there, and I feel that's not as big in other games. Sure, it's there, but I don't think it's as big. And I like that about this. And I love this game. I fucking love this game. So, literally, most of my Xbox One time has been taken up by this game.
I'm sorry. There's better Xbox One games.
That's okay. And I haven't bought them yet. I know there are better Xbox One games because I played the demo of Forza Horizon 2, which is actually a fairly decent chunk of game there.
Nice segue.
I got like 2 hours out of it. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you. So yeah, I got like 2 hours and 2.5 hours out of it, and it was a lot of fun. And you can like online race after it and do all this other fun shit. I really liked that game as well, and I'm thinking of picking that up this week. So might be talking about that next week. But I will say this: I don't like the idea of the entire game revolving around an EDM festival. Because I'm just gonna say it, I don't like EDM music, and I think it's garbage. But
garbage.
Thank you very much.
More or less garbage than Killer Instinct?
That's a good question. So why don't you give me an answer?
Wait, hold on. Can I just real quick? What EDM music do they have in Forza Horizon 2 demo?
I don't. Just so I can. No. I literally muted the music because it was so obnoxious.
Hold on, while we continue this, I'll look up a song list. But continue.
It evolves around an EDM festival, that's the thing. There's EDM music playing, and they even tell you that. Like, they literally state, oh yeah, we've got the best EDM stations in the fucking county, in the country, and the blah blah blah, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I just want to race. Yeah. And it feels a lot like Burnout Paradise.
Don't tell me that, because I'm going to fucking buy it right now.
Oh, I thought you wanted to buy that game anyways. I'm surprised you didn't.
Forza Horizon. I do want to buy Forza Horizon 2, but if you're telling me it plays like Burnout Paradise...
It does. It plays exactly like it. It's so good. But you can play it in first person with the wheel driving mode, and it has like weather and dynamic areas. It's really cool. It's so good. I love it. I'll tell you this: download the demo. You'll get a good like 2.5 hours. You'll get a good feel for how the game is, and then decide for yourself, Nick. That's what I say.
I don't even know if my Xbox One turns on at this point, so I will try.
Are we waiting for Nick to try? Is that why we got quiet all of a sudden?
I don't know what the fuck happened just now.
I just
music in this game. They have Netscape in this game? Fuck yeah.
Maybe the music wasn't free to play. That's why Brandon didn't like it.
There's a lot of different radio stations. Like, it's not just electronic music. Like, there's even Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Go to the radio with all the symphony shit, and
that's so EDM. I can't even handle it. Oh my god.
Be fancy about it. That's. I gotta see how much this game is now, because he told me it's like Burnout Paradise, but I don't know if I can believe him, but still.
I know, because I mean, he did also say he likes Killer Instinct, and he also likes Drive Club. So, things to consider.
I'll have to pick it up.
Things to consider, yes. You can consider that, the fact that I like Killer Instinct, which is a good fighting game, and the fact that I like Drive Club, which is probably the best racing game you're going to find on PS4, and I got it for only $24, and I was happy about that. You can consider that until the fucking cows come home. I like good racing games, so fuck you.
Real quick, do you know there's
just like you like good fighting games?
Yes.
There's more than one radio station in Forza Horizon 2, right?
No, there's like 3 or 4 in the demo.
Oh,
saying.
Well, in the actual game itself, like they have others, like I have a rock station that has like Cage the Elephant, shit like that on there.
Okay.
There's even like a classical music station. So it's not all EDM.
It's not okay. In that case, I will say I think there was one station towards the end of the demo that was playing The Clash, so that was cool. But like a lot of it's EDM. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like I said, the entire game revolves around an EDM festival, so. There's going to be a lot of that thrust in your face throughout it. It's going to be playing in the background.
No, you just misheard it, Brandon. It was an S&M festival.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's also why you were getting stuff thrusted in your face, too.
Either way,
amazing.
I like electronic music, be it an EDM or an S&M festival.
I like electronic music also. I just don't think EDM has the same feel as, like, 90s and early 2000 electronica. I think it feels way too like forced and like fucking generic, like because they all just kind of mismatched together. But that's a topic for something.
Yes.
For not this podcast. But yeah, so that's a good game. You should definitely check it out. Download the demo. It's like 11 gigs, and it's totally worth your time. I promise you. So, Nick, you should do that first. That way, if you don't trust me, you should do that first. But I'm actually buying it this week, so if you buy it, we'll play together. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to get live time as well. They haven't had live time since Halo Master Chief Collection came out.
That's a good segue, because I also played Halo Master Chief Collection. Here's the thing.
Helping.
Yeah, you are helping. So here's the thing. I know this game had issues. I know this game still has issues. But damn it if it ain't fun to play Halo 2 again.
Man, love Halo.
I love Halo 2 too, like also, but I also love Halo 2. So I've been playing Halo 2 on matchmaking, and holy shit is that so much fun. Because they fucked up Halo 1 matchmaking massively, and that kind of upset me. Halo 1's matchmaking system is fucking 2v2 right now. Like, why would you do that?
A little silly.
That's really silly and very dumb. You could at least put it in a 4v4, but nope, that's not even possible. And fucking Rumble Pit is not like ranked? What the shit is that? Anyway.
Yeah.
So I've got some issues with Halo 2 Master Chief. Most of it falls in their matchmaking system and what's ranked and unranked. Like, for instance, Team Snipers is ranked. What the fuck? But Rumble Pit isn't ranked. And neither is Team Slayer, of all things. Team Slayer isn't ranked. Why the hell would you do that? It seems that 343 needs to get their head straight, because they can't comprehend what should and shouldn't be. Personally, I think they should just make everything ranked, get it out of the way, and just
they are 343. They aren't the best thing that ever happened to
343 has got some got some massive issues. So I'll just leave it at that. I will say I had a lot of fun playing Halo 2 again. I like their remastered anniversary Halo 2 like maps that are like all prettified and everything. I think they look really nice, and I think they play really well. They're kind of weird a little bit, like getting into it, but like it's also weird when you go from like playing Halo 1 maps and game type 1 round to everyone votes to play Halo 2 or 3 next round, and you have to adapt. So that's kind of really odd also, but it's not in a bad way. I really like it because it shows you how the games have evolved over time as well, and I think that's really neat. I haven't run into any issues, like major lag issues online. I haven't run into any like desyncing online. I've run into people quitting. I've run into like fucking it ending up to be a 4v1 by the end of the match. I've run into stupid shit like that where people don't get punished for that sort of thing, and I think that's really dumb and needs to be fixed. My main issues completely stand with how easy it is to game the system in the Master Chief Collection. And what I mean by that is like team stacking, having people quit out, having griefers, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Like, some guy was an ultimate troll, and he betrayed everyone twice, and then didn't do it again, but that put us down 6 points towards the end of the match, so we lost because of that, and he was a dickbag, and we had no way of punishing him, and he was just like, ha 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 ha, and I was like, you fuckface. And it really upset me. That kind of shit's not cool, and I don't like that, and I don't like that there's no way to stop that sort of thing. But going back to Master Chief Collection, I like, I like it. I think it's good. I like the idea of playing Halo and being able to swap back and forth between, like, the upgraded and the normal version of it. That's really cool. I like that. I never played... Yeah. Or I did play Anniversary, but very briefly on 360, so... Yeah, I'm a fan of it in Master Chief Collection. I mean, all of my issues are the fact that you can't punish quitters, that there's no punishment for fucking assholes in general. That's all of my problems with Halo Master Chief Collection. I think the gameplay's great, otherwise. Like, the matchmaking system and the fact that you can't punish quitters or griefers. That's my only issues with it. I haven't had crashes. I haven't had, like, you know... I can't really be mad at it, because I got it for free with the console, and fucking, not only that, but it's good now, at least. I know it wasn't when it first came out, but now it's totally playable, it's really fun, and I can play fucking Halo 2 again, and that makes me very happy.
Well, it took him a year.
It did, and you know what? That's cool, because I wasn't part of that year, so sorry, suckers, but I didn't have to deal with it, so...
But then again, you didn't get a free copy of Halo Odds. So
yeah, because I would love some free aids with my good games.
Are you talking about Killer Instinct? I'm lost.
No, I'm talking about ODS. At least, hey, you know what? Another good thing. At least they're selling ODST for the price it should have been sold for to begin with. Now,
free?
$5.
Oh.
That was a fucking $60 game on 360.
That was an okay game. I won't let you talk down about it.
I'll talk down about it because it was less than 2 hours, so fuck you.
Firefight. Game of the year all years.
Firefight came to Reach and also Halo 3. So,
but not Master Chief Collection, so it's a waste of my time.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it's in there.
I'm pretty sure they said they wasn't going to have any firefighting.
I think you're wrong. I have my Xbox One up and right now. Let me just do a quick check-see here.
That's what I heard. Now, if my sources were wrong, don't yell at me.
We will yell at you.
Oh, shit. Never mind. I can't do a quick...
Ooh!
No, not shit about that. I can't do a quick check. I don't know if you are either, but I can't do a quick check because of the fact that I need to update my Xbox One to the preview program, Xbox One, because I signed up for that, and they just now approved my sign-up. So, yeah.
It sounds like it's not in the game. So,
did you check?
That's what Google says to me.
I'm pretty sure I saw it when I fucking was looking. So I was like, oh, cool.
Let's see. Well, it does say on the Halo Waypoint that it's not in there.
Huh. I I feel like it was, but you know what? Sure.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It says, quote, "It does not include the firefight game mode and contains the campaign only." So, and that was updated on May 30th, so it seems legit.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Then what the hell is that other...
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't think you're right, but that's okay.
I don't think
You're right. I'm wrong, Nick's wrong, and the Halo website's wrong.
Yes, all of you are wrong. But no, you're probably right. But I could have sworn I saw something. But anyway, yeah. So I've been enjoying Master Chief Collection as well, and I played more Rust, a lot more Rust. We've gone further into the game after having a wipe. I didn't exactly like the fact that we had to wipe the server, but whatever. We're building a better server now. There's landmines that have been added. That's really fun and really cool. They've added like hard hats and all this extra stuff. I am actually very excited for this game, even though it is early access, because it seems like they're continuously updating it, and that is something awesome.
So do they rotate characters every week in Rust as well?
I mean, that joke only works for so many things. You're beating a dead horse.
Oh, not yet. I still have a whole episode to get through.
Do the horses rotate?
If you beat them hard enough, and it seems like you are right now. You motherfucker. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Basically, I've been enjoying my Xbox One. I like playing Halo. If you want to play Halo with me, go to Asuka89, add me. Yeah, if you also want to play Killer Instinct, which is a good fucking game, and you guys can eat a bag of dicks, you can also add me for that. An entire
or a rotating bag.
A rotating entire bag of baby penises. Eat them all, Nick.
That's disgusting.
It is. That's why you shouldn't eat it.
So, wasn't this a metaphor for playing the game, though? I'm confused.
Apparently, a metaphor for playing Killer Instinct is eating a rotating bag of baby penis, but...
Is it penises or penisi?
Sir, how many penises were there?
Dude, Phil's on my side. Fuck you guys.
But I'm sore and I want to go home.
Phil's on my side. You guys can eat a dick. I don't give a shit what you say.
Well, Phil's not here to defend you, so...
That's alright. He doesn't have to be.
So, anything else, Brandon?
Let's see. Drive Club's fun. Forza Horizon is basically Burnout Paradise 2.
Stop.
Killer Instinct's really good. And I like Master Chief Collection because I can play Halo 2 online. Nope. Think I got it all. Also, Rust is a fun game. You guys should check it out if you like world building stuff. And you like being a dick to people, because the game is essentially grief everyone the game. So, there you go.
Alright, so Nick, me or you?
I guess I can go.
Okay.
I've been playing a variety of games over the past 2 weeks since I wasn't here last week to talk about some of the ones I've been playing.
Have you been rotating them out?
Yes, actually.
Okay,
except for the one, because the one's not out yet.
Okay. How were you playing it then?
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
Not this past weekend, but the weekend before, there was a game convention near me called Too Many Games. I'm not sure if either of you are familiar with it.
No.
It's semi-big.
I am familiar with it, yeah.
Did
you get to meet, was Alpha there?
Alpha?
Yeah, I thought Omega Sin was going.
Okay, so two of the YouTubers I really like to watch, both AVGN and Alpha, were there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw Alpha once. Like, let me set the scene for you. I'm at a vendor's table, I'm looking through some games, and I look up and I see somebody who looks like him. But the problem is if you live in the area that I live in, there's so many people that pull off that metalhead kind of look that you're like, I don't know if that's the person I think it is, so I'm just going to go bury my head back down and continue through.
I would have totally went up to him and been like, dude, are you Alpha Omega Sin? And it'd been like, yeah. I'd been like, fuck yeah.
Well, the only person I actually went up to and said anything to was DJ Cutman again. I met him at MagFest, so I wanted to say hello to him again.
I did that to, oh goodness, who was the guy I did that to? Little Karibo. Like, I was outside of the vendor's hall after we were waiting for everything to open up when I went to this convention. I was like, is that a Little Karibo? And he was like, I like your shirt. And I was like, are you? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, dude.
Dude. No, the only person I would love to meet Alpha, but I also would have loved to have met AVGN, because I watched him a lot when I was younger, and he made me get like collecting and all that
Did you
stuff.
see his movie? I actually liked his movie.
I did not. I do plan on seeing it.
It definitely seemed like a labor of love. It's actually $4 right now on Steam if you want to buy it. So
well, other than seeing famous YouTube people there, the company Inti Creates actually they came to the convention, and not only do they come, this is their first like North American visit ever.
That's cool.
At this convention. And for those of you who are not familiar, Inti Creates made Azure Striker Gunvolt. They're currently making Money Number 9. Just funded Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And they just started a Kickstarter for Red Ash.
That's really cool. The Red Ash thing. I saw that they were doing, which is essentially Mega Man Legends 3, but didn't get to come to fruition. So they're like, Red Ash is Mega Man Legends 3. That's just what it is, and that's really cool. I like that. Seeing
as I've played Azure Striker enough, and Bloodstained has basically no playable, well, I guess no complete playable levels to do. They had a demo of Mighty Number 9 there. And I got to play that for about 10-15 minutes. I gotta say, I really like what they've done with it. It does enough to set itself apart from Mega Man, but at the same time, it feels similar. So
it feels like Mega Man X, though. It's got like more of a.
It feels Mega Man-y, but to me, it's like the way you have to plan out is a little bit different because this is the first time I've seen any explanation of the gameplay where it says you shoot the enemy if they're red, it's for like attack. If it's blue, it's for speed. If it's green, it's something else. Yeah. I didn't know about that until that day. So, I mean, it does enough to the gameplay to tweak it and be enough so that it's different, but at the same time familiar enough that anybody who's played a Mega Man game could just jump right into it.
Exactly. Did you not fund it when it was on Kickstarter?
No, I did.
Did you not get the beta? I have a friend that's had the beta for, like, ever, and I got to play that a while back.
I don't know if I got the beta. I did, like, the $60 tier that comes with a Japanese box, so I don't know.
You may have the beta. You might want to look into that.
I don't know.
So how jealous was Tom?
I don't know how jealous Tom was, but I just knew I was, for that 15 minutes, no more. was enjoying the fuck out of that game and cannot wait for it to come out.
Nice.
So, another thing about Too Many Games, while I was there, there's this place, it was a stall, I forget, I think it's 8-bit something. Let me look it up real quick. Well, basically what they do is they make reproduction carts and things of that nature.
Yeah, repo carts, those are cool.
I think it's 8-bit Evolution, 8-bit Evolution. It's
I've heard of those people, actually.
In Pittsburgh, PA. I've seen them a few times. They usually have custom consoles, custom game box arts, stuff like that.
Didn't Metal Jesus get things from there?
I think so. My buddy
Did you watch him also?
Here and there.
Okay, I like Metal Jesus. He's cool.
My friend bought Mother 1, 2, and 3 for GBA, as well as Fire Emblem. It was some Fire Emblem game for the GBA.
That's neat.
But I purchased Chrono Trigger Crimson Echoes, which is a fan-made sequel to Chrono Trigger. And the guy there
Would you say that the Echo and Crimson Echoes rotates?
See, that joke doesn't even make sense there, because an echo is not a physical object.
Said.
It's actually a sound that reverberates off of a wall.
But the reverberation is giving the illusion of a rotating sound.
Well, it doesn't rotate. It actually it fans out, kind of like, ever throw like a pebble in a well or like a body of water, and it kind of just disperses out. It's kind of like that. Not much of a rotation, more of a. But the science is for another day.
And the joke was flat.
Oh, it was not supposed to be a joke at all. I'm just trying to mimic half of your jokes.
So, Crimson Echoes.
It's pretty.
Would you say that you're rotating through the jokes then?
No.
Oh!
No. I'm choosing not to be as.
See, that's how you do it, Brad.
Choosing to be.
We're right back. So, all right, Chrono Trigger Crimson Echoes. I paid. It was like $60. I got a cartridge with the game on it, as well as a matching game box or box art, which is actually really nice shape. Except for one thing, and it's kind of an annoying gripe. You turn the box over, right, and it has like a small synopsis of what's going on, basically. All of the lettering is bold, except for one letter mid-sentence. So it's like, it catches your eye, and it's enough to be like a little bit.
Get a highlighter and just like kind of roughly go over it a little bit, like with the tip of the highlighter.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip.
That's okay.
Just kind of rotate around that letter and see if you can make it highlighted.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But I've played it. here and there. I haven't really delved too deep into it. Basically, the gist of this fan-made sequel is Luca creates a prototype of a time egg. It breaks and hilarity ensues. So it's a game.
Yeah,
I do plan on playing more of it, but that's how as far as.
But you don't plan on finishing it.
I finished regular Chrono Trigger, right? There's no reason I can't finish this one.
Yeah,
except for the fact that you don't finish games.
That's true.
Actually, I do. I finished Chrono Trigger.
How's Bloodborne?
I haven't been playing Bloodborne. I've been in the mood to play it.
Why haven't you played the best game that's come out this year?
Because I've been playing another game that came out in 2006 that I actually finished, and finished again the other night, which would be Wario Ware Smooth Moves.
Oh, because that only takes like 45 minutes to an hour.
But it's so fun! Remember how fun do either of you remember how enjoyable that game is?
You know, actually,
I love WarioWare games.
For some reason, that silly dancing game was stuck in my head just randomly this week. I don't even know why. Like,
me and my friends were playing it the other day, and I already knew how like ridiculous the game was because I remember playing it all the time when I was younger. But like, I completely forgot about the screens where they explain the different poses.
Oh, yeah.
And there's, like, that guy with, like, the calm, deep voice explaining how the form baton, a.k.a. the Wii Remote, and just... It's just so silly. I just love that game. It's really short, but if anybody who has a Wii or Wii U and doesn't have that game, you should definitely get it, because it's really fun, and I love it.
The multiplayer is really fun, too, in that game.
Yeah, the multiplayer is fun.
Although I think the GameCube multiplayer was better for, like, the WarioWare port they had for that, but... Mm-hmm. Still, it was a fun game. It's
just a silly little game that it's one of my favorites, actually, in the Wii library, so...
It's a good choice. I'm glad you finished something, even though you've beaten it before, and it's 40 minutes to beat, so...
I finished other games on my Wii.
This week?
Not this week, but before.
Yeah.
Like, I finished Galaxy 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Other than that, I've been playing... I started and got well into Metal Gear Solid 3 yesterday.
What's well into?
Like, at least 75% done.
No.
Yeah. I'm about 10 hours into this game.
Since yesterday?
Yeah.
Wow. Where are you at?
I just met up with... I'm going to use silly words here so I don't say too much of the plot. I met up with Lady behind the waterfall, and she gave me all of my shit back.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's a really fun game. Yeah, no, it's a really fun game. Me and my friend have been planning on playing, because this is like his favorite game series, like of all time, and I've been wanting to play them all leading up to 5, because 5 looks really amazing, and I'm like, I really want to get into the series. So I picked up, a while ago, the Metal Gear Collection for PS3, and it was like, you know how like GameStop has like those bins where it's buy 2, get 1 free?
Yeah.
It was my free game. I was alright. I have no financial investment into this. I might as well just try it out. Really enjoying the game. I like how you can be stealthy or not stealthy, and it doesn't punish you for choosing a less stealthy approach. Granted, I try to play the game as stealthy as possible, but like, for instance, there's one part where you go into the lab and you have the lab coat on, and like, the camera's a little wonky, so you turn the corner and all of a sudden, oh, hey, a scientist saw you and found out you're Snake. I'm like, well, I guess I gotta pull out the AK-47, lay down the law.
That's usually how those things end up going for me. It's usually controlled chaos. And just dragging everyone to, like, one room.
The game's fun. The only complaints I have about it really are the controls are a little wacky sometimes.
Oh, yeah. They're horrible.
I keep wanting to just crouch walk, and you can't. And, like, I've been playing the game long enough that I realize that by now, but I keep trying anyway, and it's really annoying. Other than that, the amount of cutscenes are kind of annoying, but I can get over it. It's more of a cinematic type of game. That's what Hideo kind of likes to do, is make his games more like action movies, because he's a huge action movie guy. But yeah, like, I'll run up to something to jump onto it, and instead of jumping onto it, I put my back to it, and I have to like fidget around like 5 or 6 times. There's some times where the camera gets stuck in like Metal Gear Solid 1 format, where it's like top down, and I can't change it for some reason. But other than that, it's a pretty, dare I say, solid game. And I'm really enjoying my time with it. I do plan on going on playing Peace Walker.
That's what I was just going to ask you. I like Peace Walker a lot more, to be honest.
And you might be asking yourself, why am I starting with 3? Well, technically, the first one I played was Ground Zeroes. That was the first Metal Gear I played. But I'm starting with 3 because I'm playing them in
chronological order.
Chronological order, not in game order. Which I think is the better way to go about it. At least
Yeah, probably much
I've
smarter
been
than
told.
you.
Well, depending on what 5 ends up being like, it could be all over the place.
I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword because I, in my opinion, it's probably the better way to go about it. But then again, I've heard 3 is the best game. Like, it is considered the best game by fans. So, like, I don't want to be like all downhill.
One of the best,
You know?
but I actually really like Twin Snakes as well. Twin Snakes is amazing.
Well, Twin Snakes is just one. So.
But it's a good version.
But it's a good version of one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think afterwards I like Twin Snakes better than 3, but I think I like Peace Walker at least, if not my second favorite Metal Gear game I've played, at least maybe the first. But Twin Snakes would be one in the running for the other side, so.
And I have to say, and I know these games are pretty much known for how good the graphics are, but like, if it weren't for some of the lack of texture detail and oddly shaped things, I would be hard pressed to not say this wasn't a PS3 launch title with the amount of graphical level that this game is held to, because it looks really good for a PS2 game.
Well, I mean, it's up-resed a bit for sure, though. But yeah, no, it does look really good.
It's up-res because I've seen this game actually played on PS2, and it looks. I mean, the difference between PS2 and PS3 is very nominal, if any. Like I can see slight differences, but other than that, it seems like it's almost the same game. Even Metal Gear Solid 1 on PS1, like when I first saw that being played, like that surprised me how decent it looked, even though it's kind of silly. Like they talk and their heads just kind of move and there's no mouth movement, but they tried.
Yeah.
So, that's what I've been playing.
Oh, it's nice to see that's where you're going to stop with Metal Gear. I mean, I guess it's a good place if you're not going to finish it.
I'm
2 is like one of the fucking weirdest.
I'm
like,
not a big fan of 2.
Good luck understanding anything that happens in the last 10 to 15 minutes.
I don't understand sometimes what's going on in 3, because first off, I hate Ocelot. He's the creepiest motherfucking character I've ever had to experience in any game. Like, just the cat call, like, it's so weird. I just find it funny
welcome to Metal Gear. Like, fucking Metal Gear is essentially just Hideo Kojima did a lot of drugs and decided to make an action movie. That's what Metal Gear is. I mean,
exactly. Like, I just love how every interaction between Ocelot and Snake, it's like Snake just basically being a boss and being like, "You're a little bitch, try this instead." And like he tries that, he's like, "Oh, revolvers only have 6 shots," and then he gets 3 revolvers, and it's just really funny. I like their exchanges back and forth.
Yeah, I grew to love Ocelot by the end of that game.
He's just a really wacky person.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, quite a few characters and moments in that game are just wacky in general.
When you were fighting the end, did you kill his parrot?
No.
I waited a week.
That's like the best way to go about it. If you're actually playing the game and you kill the parrot, he gets really pissed off.
Oh shit. Yeah, I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I was like, I can just wait? Okay, I'll just play this next week. And then, sure enough, come back next week, he's dead. He died from old age.
It was a fun battle, though. I'm glad I played it.
It's a fun battle. It's probably one of the better battles of all those people. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but you know when you get first locked up in that cell, and it's like you just have like the fork and they throw you the rations?
Oh, yeah.
If you save your game there, quit, and then go back into it, it's a completely different game.
What do you mean?
Like, if you, save and quit there, boot back into the game, and a demo for a hack and slash game that Konami was going to make starts playing, and you play that for like 20 minutes, and then you finish the demo, and you go back to Metal Gear.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, my friend he's next to me while I'm playing this, and he's basically how I am with Fallout is how he is with Metal Gear. So he's just kind of like, whenever like something comes up and it's like really confusing, he's like, "Oh no, hey, here, do this." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like nice. In the battle with the Sorrow, like I would have never figured out how to beat that because it's like silly what you got to do.
It really is.
The game itself is just really fucking.
Oh yeah, but it's really enjoyable. Like I'm really enjoying my time with it.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you're gonna play an action game, Metal Gear's the way to go. They're really enjoyable. They take time, investment. Also, but yeah, it seems you've definitely been invested in it, especially with how far you've already gotten.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you all set, Nick?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, my stuff, let's see, I finished up Chibi Robo this week, and I don't think I have much else to say from last week, but I did want to say
last week made me really want to buy that game. Like, I really want it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's like super awesome. Actually, there's one connection I had with it when I was playing it, because there's a storyline where you kind of have to deal with an old robot that loses its like power, and it's just kind of like decrepit in the basement. And it reminded me of this. I actually saw this video, I think it was from the New York Times recently, like it's very new, where they were talking about, in Japan, about people with Aibos. Remember that, like, Sony robotic dog?
Yeah.
Oh, and they're like all like abandoned and shit?
Well, yeah, like, because the people still have them, and they're breaking, and there's nowhere to repair them, because they don't have, like, parts anymore. And so it was this video talking about how, like, people are going through, like, the grieving process with these robotic dogs, and, you know, what they're doing to kind of, like, keep them alive, and how they all have personalities, and it was really cute, but really sad at the same time. And I kind of got the same kind of vibe with that storyline with the robot in Chibi Robo, because it kind of, like, takes a similar thing where it's, like, a really well-loved robot, and then it's not able to function anymore, and it just kind of sits in the basement, and it's just that, you know, you kind of have to go through its memories and different things too. So it's just kind of like, wow, this family really loved this robot, and then for whatever reason, it's not functioning anymore, and it's really interesting kind of thought about how we look at technology and how we what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not really appreciate it, but how we get, like, emotionally connected to it. It's probably more what I'm looking for. And just kind of like what happens when it stops working. Because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we love, it's not going to be able to be repaired forever. So it's very, like, charming. And, like, Chibi Robo's just brimming with charm. And I just think it's kind of cool that they take all different looks. They look at the sad stuff. They look at the funny stuff. And it's all over the place. And it's great. And like I said, the storyline itself is just kind of depressing, you know, with, like I said last week, with the family, and, like, you're in this house with the family that's going through, like, a divorce, and I don't know, it goes all crazy, but it all comes together. It's super anime, super Japanese, but it's definitely worthwhile playing, and yeah, I highly recommend it, for sure. And so then after that, like I said last week, I've been kind of in a kick of playing through, like, games that are connected to things that they talked about at E3. This last, like, upcoming games I'm looking forward to that were at E3 that I kind of wanted to look into, like, stuff that I have maybe already that I haven't played. And so I decided to go with Darksiders, which is kind of an odd choice, but my connection there was I am actually kind of excited for Darksiders 2 on the PS4, even though
How did you like Darksiders 1?
So far, so good. I'm not finished with it yet, but I probably maybe somewhere between... I'm probably close to halfway, but not quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I beat that game about 1.5 years ago, I want to say. Not the best game I've ever played, but definitely enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's a good Zelda clone.
It's Zelda-ish, but it's also God of War. Like, I get more God of War vibe from it, personally, but I do like the Zelda kind of, like, dungeon stuff that they kind of have in there. Because it's not really dungeon stuff. It's kind of more like what they tried to do with Skyward Sword, where the whole world's a dungeon, and you just kind of have to get from point A to point B, and you're solving stuff on the way. But you're not always in a place that's like a building, where it's like specifically a dungeon. Like, the first area you're in is like a cathedral, and that's very dungeon-like. But the area I'm in right now is kind of like wastelands, and it's kind of like a very linear-feeling dungeon area where you're always moving forward, not really backwards or to the side and stuff. So I think that's really neat. They do have some really cool mechanics there, like the time stuff and some of the projectile weapons and things. So I think it's really fun. Like, I'm enjoying it so far. I think it's very charming. Like, I remember when the game was announced originally, I could not care less about the game. But I remember when I was working at GameStop, I was actually at an event where THQ was showing it off, and I was like, oh, here's this Darksiders game again. And I remember leaving, and I was like, wow, this is actually a lot better than I expected it to be. Like, the game, if anything, like, they did a good job giving it personality, I would say. And it really showed.
That's why I really wish Platinum would have picked this game up when, you know, they were selling off, you know, THQ properties. Because I think Platinum could have done a good job with this. Like, because they're very good when it comes to character action games already. So, like, this is right up their alley.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't really classify Darksiders as like a hidden gem, but like it's a decent like clearance bin.
It got
game.
overshadowed by a lot of other things, like a lot, much like Metro did. And Metro is a fantastic horror game.
Mm-hmm. Like Darksiders, like I don't know if I would have paid $60 for it when it came out, but I think like even paying $30 for it, I would have been more than happy with what I got.
I don't remember what I ended up paying for it, but it was probably sub 20 when I picked it up. But that was I actually picked it up like 2 years ago and just never played it. So I've been sitting on it for a while, and then I would say, at least from what it sounds like, Darksiders 2 definitely falls more in the hidden gem kind of thing. Because that game was, from what I heard, just criminally overlooked. But it improved on the first in a lot of ways.
It actually... No spoilers, but do you mind if I tell you one thing they added that's really neat?
Sure.
You can actually pick up weapons that your enemies drop and trade them out for yours. So there's like a loot-based system in it where you can get bigger and better weapons by defeating enemies. And sometimes they're just random drops, and it's really neat. And you're able to outfit your character with stronger and more powerful weapons and upgrade them. And it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. I liked Darksiders 2 a lot.
Nice. Yeah, I do want to play that, like I said, but I'm going to wait for the PS4 release at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, I don't care about remasters, but because I don't already own the game and it comes with all the DLC, man, it could be a reason to...
you might as well, right?
Yeah. And
when is the remaster for that one releasing?
It's coming in winter.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. I was going to say, it's like next year. You could probably wait for like the summer or like the Halloween sale and get it. Because I think there might actually be a Mac version of that you could have got on PC. Well, on your Mac instead.
Well, I mean,
computer instead.
He owns a Wii U. And if you're like Tom, you could just tell me to get it for the Wii U. Because we all know
true.
Playing games like these are the best on the Wii U.
Okay, here's the thing. I did play a game like this on Wii U, and that's the Ninja Gaiden game that came out on Wii U. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was well done, but apparently I'm in the minority there. But yeah, I think character action games work on the Wii U, honestly. I do, especially if you have a Pro controller. Even if you don't, though, I think it still feels okay, and there's no real big...
Well, character action games are fine.
Bayonetta 2 is great.
But the bigger issue is I don't believe the DLC came out for the Wii U version.
Ah, okay.
So you're just kind of like, that was my issue with even, I think I talked about it too, when I picked up Lego Jurassic World, and I was like, well, I have the stuff to play multiplayer on the Wii U. Why wouldn't I go this route because it's $10 cheaper? And then I looked into it, and it's just like, well, it's just the game. There's no any extra content available, even if you wanted it. So...
yeah, that sucks.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll just fork over another controller because I needed to do that anyways. So, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to be looking forward to, I guess, at some point, just to pick that up. Assuming that the game holds out as well as it has so far. Like I said, I'm not saying this is the best game I've ever played or the best Zelda clone, but I do really appreciate what they've done with it. And I do think that this is kind of this game, like their definitive edition, is kind of absolutely them testing the waters to see if they want to go ahead with like a Darksiders 3 or something.
I really hope they make
one.
And
I think they really should, because I don't think 1 and 2 are really connected, other than the fact that it's the first 2 of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
They're slightly.
So I would like to see them finish that.
Oh yeah. And the other 2 are the ones that they kind of like retconned the original Horsemen. Mm-hmm. Like, what were they? I know they got rid of, what was it? Plague and Pestilence, and there's something weird now. I don't even remember. But
I don't either.
Yeah, but no, it's an interesting game. And like I said, I do think some of the puzzles that they did are really clever. I thought they did some really neat stuff with that. So, like I said, I'd be interested to play more. And I do think the Mark Hamill voice actor in there is kind of funny what he does. It's very Joker-esque, but it sounds really good. So, yeah, like I said, I'm halfway through. I'll probably be at least near complete by the next time we talk about it, if not finished. So, I'll have some more thoughts then. But that's what I've been playing through this week. And then I'll move on. Actually, I was going to play Mirror's Edge. And
that is a good-ass game. That's a pretty short game, too. It's like only like 6 or 7 hours. It's not that long. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. It's another game I'm looking forward to trying, too. The only reason it's also make it this week...
sorry, I was going to say, if you do play that, just make sure you're in a relaxing environment, because it's a very chill game. Like, it makes you very chill when playing it. It's something you can just kind of dive into, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So anyway. Yep.
But I was gonna say, yeah, the one reason I didn't was because I set it to download and PlayStation had a stupid update. So it was like, I can't connect to the PlayStation Network until you do this update. It's like, oh, fuck off. So I did that and I downloaded it, but I just haven't had a chance to play it. And the other horsemen are Fury and Strife now, apparently.
Ah,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, playing through, so they'd be like Darksiders through with Fury. That'd be freaking ridiculous.
Probably.
Love to see that.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, so that's all I got. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we go into news?
No, not particularly.
All right, let's news it then.
We're gonna news it. Here comes the news for all. Yeah.
All right, so not too much news this week. Let's see, we have Zero Escape 3 announced for 3DS Vita. I was super excited about that
cool.
news. That's, for those of you guys that don't know, that's the 999 and, or 9 doors, 9 people, 9 whatever, I don't remember. And also Virtue's Last Reward, that's that series. So, new game for that, it's coming for 3DS and Vita, so that should be super exciting. Other news, Nintendo knows you want a new Metroid with Samus. They care, but they don't care. So,
We might do something. Whatever.
yeah, I know, they had an interview, someone had an interview with Reggie, and they're like, you guys know that people are upset with Federation Force because they want a new Metroid game, right? And not this game. Like, you didn't give them the right thing. And he's like, well, we know that people want it, but we think you should try it because, you know, we have a proven track record of fun games. And
Well, I love when
So
he
essentially,
talked about,
Nintendo was just like, yeah, we know, but you guys can eat a dick.
what he talked about. He was like, remember when Zelda Wind Waker was announced? Everybody was pissed off about the art style. I was like, listen, there's a big difference between art style changes and making fucking that. Like, it's completely different.
I don't know. That Fallout was pretty bad.
Yeah, people
I
were
remember,
angry.
like, I was on vacation during, like, Space World when that was announced. And I remember, like, I couldn't wait to get home. I, like, rushed over to my friend's house who had the internet at the time because my dad didn't. And I'm like, I need to see the news. And, like, so I logged on to IGN.
I need to see the news.
And I think they had, if I remember, it was Mario Sunshine. And I was like, okay, great. And then they had Wind Waker in this, like, short little 15-second video with Toon Link and, like, a Moblin. It wasn't even anything crazy. Like, and I remember it was like, what the fuck is this?
Maybe
I thought like IGN was pulling like an April Fool's joke in August.
Here's the thing. Maybe the presentation of that wasn't as good. I mean, for me personally, like when they first showed off Splatoon, I was kind of like, what the fuck is this? But like, in the sense of Federation Force, it's more of not like a what the fuck is this, but more of like, why the fuck is this?
Yeah, well,
Because it's not like a Metroid game that's in a different art style, or it's like a Metroid game with Samus that plays differently. It's just a completely different, like, I don't really know how to explain. It's kind of like when they announced Metroid Prime Pinball. Like, why?
But see, the big difference with this, and a lot of people contend that this would happen, and I do believe this makes sense. Like, if Nintendo was like, hey, you know what, guys, we got this new Metroid game for the Wii U, it's Metroid Prime 4, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then for 3DS as well, we have Metroid Prime Federation Force. People probably wouldn't have cared because they'd be like, oh, we have a great Samus game and we have this other game. But Nintendo, all through E3, they did this thing where they'd be like, you guys want new Chibi Robo? Yeah, we love that little robot. Chibi Robo Ziplash. Yeah. Oh, you guys want Animal Crossing for the Wii U? You got it.
Sorry.
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Like, so it's like they hit all the, like, yeah, we got, they did this, everything. They did Chibi Robo, Metroid, Zelda.
Paper Mario.
No, that game
But
is
that
good.
looks cool. That game looks cool.
And that game is actually an RPG, so that's different. Like, but the other games are like, hey, these are these games from the series that you want, but it's not the game that you want. Like, they did it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And so it was like putting salt in the wounds every single time it happened, where, like I said, they announced these games for these great series that they have, but they weren't core entries, they were all spin-offs. So, yeah, I guess.
Yep.
So, there is that. The other thing, too, actually, I don't know if this warrants being news or not, but it was an interesting thing that I had read, too, was the whole thing about Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Did you guys see that whole gender debate thing?
Oh, God.
The what?
Here we go.
Gender debate thing?
Oh,
Why is
God.
there a gender debate about Triforce Heroes?
So let me tell you. So it actually stems from an IGN article, like an interview, I guess. But in the game, Link can put on like a Zelda dress or something crazy. So IGN's like, hey, we think it's either you have Link wearing a dress. Does that mean that you're going to be able to pick your own gender in the game? And the interview with the director was like, oh, that's a great question. And I'm just paraphrasing because I don't have the interview pulled up in front of me. He's like, that's a great question. But no, you cannot pick your gender because when we wrote the story, they're looking for male heroes.
Yeah.
So
and the problem was the exact moment he said male heroes, Tumblr's servers are overloaded so bad.
Oh my god!
That the website went down for a day.
Nintendo's so sexist.
I'm not gonna get into this whole gender debate bullshit right now because I don't even think that's a.
He could have made it so much easier. He could have been like, guys, Link's a guy.
Yeah, like just end it at Link's a guy. Leave it at that.
Well,
that's the way the character.
But see, this is the thing, though. This is not.
I mean, that'd be like saying, like, we want the new Gears of War to have Marcus Phoenix be a woman.
But
why?
Listen. Not that I would really care. It'd be a little
I wouldn't
silly,
care if it was another character. I would care if you take an iconic character and you make them into a female just because people bitched at it.
But this is the thing, though. You're not really playing as like Link. You're just playing as some hero.
But they make him look like Link, which is
they make him look a lot like Link.
Here's my thing with this, and this is where I will leave it. The same token of them changing game characters is the same token of what they're doing, like especially Marvel right now with comic book characters. Don't change genders, don't change sexualities, don't change race. Make new characters.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Don't fucking pander to people.
If they wanted to do Triforce Heroes, and if they wanted to write a story with a female role, they could have done that. Completely fine. But if they want to make a game with just a male role, that's also fine. If you want to make a game with just a female role, it's also fine. Gender equality is not making a game.
Man. Oh my god, people would flip their shit. They would be so fucking angry.
But they'd be mad for the same exact reason, which is funny.
It's stupid.
But I think the thing is, though, like...
But they're justified. You aren't justified.
But the thing is, like...
I need you to understand
IGN even said, like, on their own podcast when they were talking about it, they're like, we're not looking for you to make Link a woman. They're just, it's kind of just silly to hide behind the story and just be like, well, you're looking for the story of the game is basically they put out like a request for heroes, and you're just one of the random heroes that just kind of signs up to.
Hi, I'm cross-dressing Link. How is everyone doing today?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's not like they want Link to be a girl, and that's not what they were asking. They were just asking like. If you're having this adventure where people are playing as heroes, just random heroes, like, why isn't there an option to be female? Did that ever cross your minds? And they were like, no. And maybe it's something that didn't cross their minds until they were interviewed about it. Maybe just...
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Yeah, and it's kind of almost what it sounds like, too, but they even conceded that, they were talking through an interpreter, so you don't know what was lost, but... And they didn't really want to press it because they didn't want it to be a big issue. Because they even said, like, this turned into a bigger issue than we even expected it to, and we weren't out there trying to make some sort of, like, social agenda here. It's just, we were just asking why, you have dresses as, like, things that you could wear in the game. Why can't you be a female character? So... I think it's interesting. In this game, it would make sense if you were like, if you're just a hero that's just there. That's fine. It's not like this is Four Swords Adventure where you're literally 4 copies of the same Link.
I'm 4 Links. Hi, how are you doing? Excuse me?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Thought that was interesting.
I guess it makes sense from that point of view, but it looks so much like Link at me. It looks like it might as well just be 4 Swords, too.
Yeah, that's true, too. Anyways, yeah, so I think that's really all that needs to be said about it. But it's just interesting. Anyways, moving on. For all the me bros out there, Dark Pit is Best Buy exclusive. So
can't wait to not own that.
So I don't think I told you guys this too. They actually just showed up, but I am over the exclusive stuff. I actually imported the Wave 5A amiibos that are out already. So yeah. So I just imported Dark Pit, Palutena, Zero's Suit, and Ganondorf. So I'm like, fuck this.
Where did you get them?
I think I'm just over it in general. Like, if they're there and I see them and I have the money, I might get one, but I mean, I'm not gonna fucking go out of my way. I don't fucking care anymore. Except for Yarn Yoshi. I need Yarn Yoshi in my life, please and thank you.
I imported from like a seller from Japan that just kind of like they run their own shop and just go that way.
I know you mean seller, like people that sell stuff, but I just thought of like, yeah, some dude has a cellar in Japan just full of amiibos and then just imported it from that guy.
Oh, like seller, like CELL.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he, Mike, how often does he rotate
He
his
rotate
stock?
amiibos. Oh my god, I was wondering when it was coming. You're getting a little bit too predictable,
Yeah,
Nick.
they rotate them pretty well. Actually, the nice thing about this website is that the prices will fluctuate day to day. So
It's a rotation of prices.
yeah, so they'll stay pretty fluctuating depending on the stock. And this was my thing too, because I imported them. Because my big thing was like, if I have to buy them from the website, because like Toys R Us, when I bought Greninja from them, it ended up costing me like $23 or $24 when I bought it from the website, and that's from the U.S. And so for me to get all four, it ended up coming to about $25 a piece, I think is what it ended up being. And so I was like, that's reasonable. Like, actually, right now they're even cheaper than when I bought them, if I was patient enough. But I saw them drop down to I think it was about $20 a piece. And then with shipping, it ended up coming out to about that. So I was like, I'm totally fine with that. Because you know what? I know it's going to be bullshit like this. Like, Dark Pit and Palutena, we don't know where that's coming out yet. But I have them. I have all four of those. Dark Pit and Palutena are coming out at the end of July, and Zero Suit and Ganondorf don't even come out in the U.S. until September. So I'm like, wow, when I get these, I don't have to worry about this bullshit until September now. And if there's any exclusives, I don't have to deal with waiting in line or camping out or stressing out. I'm like, this is just way more leisurely to buy it. And actually, they had some good prices on stuff too. Like I saw Ness Amiibo on there for like $18. I already
got one of those coming for me.
It's pretty reasonable compared to what you're looking at for like imports and like especially compared to the US stuff that's been up. So I think they even have like Lucina and Lucina and Robin for less than like $20 on there. The only one that's like ludicrous right now is the King DDD, which we're getting a restock here, which I don't think we need anyways. And the Squid Amiibo from Splatoon is insane. That one.
Damn it.
Yeah. So
that's the one I want the most.
Yeah, that one apparently because of just the shortages everywhere and because it was in the 3-pack, that one is very expensive. But they are expecting restocks of that in Japan this month, so that should see that price drop significantly. But so there's that. Last bit of news: Mad Catz is hedging it all in Rock Band 4 apparently. So,
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys like anything Mad Catz does, but if you do, you probably should buy Rock Band 4 instruments from them. Otherwise, they'll probably never have anything else again.
I've heard that in recent years, their arcade sticks have become much better and actually are a lot better than like Hori stuff.
Oh yeah, like a lot of arcades.
Like Mad Catz has gone up while Hori has gone progressively down.
Yeah, a lot of arcade. What's the word I'm looking for? Like consoles or whatever. They'll actually use like the Mad Catz stuff in like the builds now, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Mad Catz got a bad rap because they had some shitty controllers in the PS2 era and at the beginning of the 360 era, and they've never bounced back from it because people are like, "Ooh, that's a Mad Catz thing." Blah.
Yeah, they turned their stuff around quite a bit. But basically, what is it that says here? It says Mad Catz new funding amounts to $30 million, $20 million a line of credit for Rock Band 4, and then $10 million for Mad Catz Europe subsidiary. But
first off, you don't know shit controllers until you've had a Pelican GameCube controller.
Oh my god,
that's true.
Yeah.
So don't tell me shit about Mad Catz. Yes, they had turbo buttons. Yes, they were too tiny, but at least they were functional.
They broke after a week. The PS2 ones. They're pretty bad.
All the third-party controllers in that era were bad, though. Like there was
I know. But that's why they got this bad rap, and it stayed that way. Didn't Mad Catz also work with Afterglow, if I'm not mistaken?
No, Afterglow is PDP.
Okay, never mind then. I like Afterglow. Afterglow is actually pretty decent.
Mad Catz is like Triton headsets, though. That's
those aren't.
I think putting their
Rock Band stuff,
their money into, or all their like basically chips into Rock Band 4 is probably their best bet at this point.
Yeah,
because I think Rock Band 4 is going to be a big seller.
It is.
especially right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I actually tweeted at Harmonix a few weeks ago because I was asking him a question about buying the game. Right now, the only way you can get the game is in a bundle. You can't get it like software only. So,
really?
Yeah, no. The last time I checked, which was a few weeks ago, the only ways you can get it is either in the full band bundle or the guitar and game bundle.
Interesting.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. That is literally the only way you can get it.
Can I just get the software? Because I have a guitar. I mean, I will. If I have to buy a guitar, I will. Only because mine is a few years old and I don't know how much longer it's going to last. It's not in the shittiest shape. It's perfectly fine. It's just I don't know how long these peripherals really last for. But yeah. So that was kind of weird that they don't have a game only edition right now. But
maybe that has something to do with the Mad Catz stuff as it is. So.
Maybe it's gonna be digital.
Like if it was digital, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm getting the game and guitar.
Yeah, so I mean, they might be doing those bundles just to kind of help prop Mad Catz up. So
that's true.
So it's just like, hey, it's going to be exclusive to the bundle for a little bit to help boost your sales, and because Mad Catz is putting a lot on the line for this game, so it makes a lot of sense to get something back in return.
And they are co-publishing it, so.
So.
I mean, it makes sense. Do you really not have any more news? Because I actually have some things.
I also have one thing.
Well, I did just want to finish the rest of what I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
So apparently, the rest of the news was the company Mad Catz itself is at risk of defaulting on its debt obligations, and that Mad Catz 2016 success hinges on the performance of Rock Band 4, which you're talking about, by a co-publishing agreement with Harmonix. So, according to the SEC filing on June 25th. So that's the rest of the story. Just to kind of get that in there. So, yep. So that's it. But yeah, if you have other news, go ahead. Share away.
Nick, go ahead with whatever you were going to say first.
Well, we were speaking earlier about Darksiders and Nordic Games and Darksiders 2 coming to the PS4. The other day, Nordic Games and one of their other companies, well, not one of their companies, but they're announcing collaboration with another company, Piranha Bytes, which, if you haven't heard of them, I am right with you there because I've never heard of them before myself. The only other games they've had are the Gothic series games and Risen.
Oh, those are okay. Risen, not so much.
They announced a new game for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's called Elix, and it's an open-world action sci-fi RPG that we know nothing about yet, and we'll see more at Gamescom.
Open-world sci-fi action RPG. That's like they fucking
the only thing they're missing
fucking words in there that were
only thing they're missing is like dystopian. Like that's all they need.
Did they have post-apocalyptic in there? Because if they do, then
all I see is open world action sci-fi RPG. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Nordic as well as this company. Nordic I've never heard of until they bought all of THQ's IPs. So we shall see with both Darksiders and Elix. But yeah, so Elix was announced.
Okay. My bit of news is that fans of PT have decided to keep it alive by making essentially their own version of it. Not Silent Hill, not tied to it, but just like the general idea of PT and the puzzle and like the gameplay and like the walking around the house and all that random shit. They've decided to make a game called Allison Road. And it's going to be a PC game running on Unreal 4 engine so they can get that ultra-realistic look sort of thing like they had with PT. And they're making up their own story, and they're trying to figure out a way to put that together. So there's a project going on right now to bring Allison Road out, which will essentially be people's way of trying to make PT live on and give PC gamers a taste of what PT was kind of like. So
also, I think... Hideo is a pretty. I think he's backing as well because I follow him on Twitter, and the first time I heard of it was him retweeting an article about it.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
So he must be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, make this game. Tell Konami to go fuck themselves."
So that's cool. I hope that comes to fruition and everything's good there. So yeah, that's a neat thing. But yeah, that's pretty much the only bit of info I had. I do have another info. This is a little bit of a. I saw an article where some indie game company was giving away a free version of their game. It's a point-and-click game that actually I took them up on the offer, so let me see what it's called. Super League of Patriots, issue 1 through 3. It's a Sam & Max-style point-and-click game that has to do with, like, a president superhero kind of thing. It's pretty funny. It's kind of cute. They gave it away to anyone that bought Arkham Knight on PC and that could prove that they bought it. It didn't matter if you got it refunded or not. They would just give it to you and say they're sorry for the trouble you went through with having purchased that game. So I messaged them. I was like, listen, I got a refund and everything, but like I was wondering about your thing because you didn't say anything about anyone that refunded, and they just sent me a message back and they were like, listen, sorry about the shit you had to go through with that game, and I'm sure it kind of sucked that you didn't have anything to play, you know, for like a week, or maybe you like saved up your money or whatever and you wanted to purchase it. But yeah, we want to pass this on to say, you know, maybe this will be something you're interested in. They gave him the entire first season for free, which it's like a $30 game, like the full version of. So that's pretty cool. They're pretty nice people too. I don't know if that offer's already ended, but they were pretty chill.
Nice.
And yeah, it's 15, not 30, but still. It was pretty cool. I liked it. So that was a neat thing that indie gaming company decided to do for people that got burned by the AAAs. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I guess actually one last little piece of news that I just remembered too. Microsoft did reaffirm that they're going to have a bunch of games to show at Gamescom, like Quantum Break, like Crackdown, and Scalebound. So those should all be there. They're doing their press conference on August 4th. Which is coming up very soon.
Shit, you mentioned Microsoft and you made me think of something. Another piece of news. Minecon was this week, and they actually announced some pretty neat things for Minecraft. Like horseback battles and dual wielding, as well as the ability to like carry shields on you and actually like protect yourself with the shield. So, and they're adding a bunch of new gaming mechanics on the upcoming updates to Minecraft, and that's kind of cool. I liked Minecraft when it originally released, and that might make me find my fucking password and jump back in for like a day or two and see how it works. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. Anything else to talk about before we wrap up?
Not a damn thing.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to us this week. Don't forget.
Fuck. I forgot something. Everyone, Dragon Ball Z is back. Go watch that shit.
You stopped it for that?
Yes, it's fucking Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is back, everyone. Go watch that shit. I don't mean like reruns, I mean like a new fucking series.
You know it's better. Why don't you just go watch the Shia LaBeouf inspirational speech
I did
that
like
Tsunami
that.
did. That's probably better than all Dragon Ball.
Not watch Dragon Ball. Watch Samurai Champloo and let Mike finish what he was saying.
No, watch Dragon Ball Super. It's awesome.
So, thank you everyone for listening to us this week. You can find us on iTunes, on Stitcher, or on our website, doublegaming.com. We also have the videos up on YouTube now for your listening pleasure. Don't forget to leave us a review on any of those places or share the podcast with some of your friends. Also, you can find us on Facebook or on Twitter at GMECRUNCH. And also, thank you, Samus, for the awesome artwork that you provided for us for the podcast, and Loyalist for the great theme song that we have that plays at the beginning of every episode. Brandon, do you have anything to send out on?
Yeah, watch Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon Ball Super. I'm gonna go play J-Stars versus now.
Yeah, you gotta rotate through with all those things to make sure you have time to do it. Nick, how about you?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Nope.
Well then, with that said, my name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me on the internet. I am Clash of Penguin on Twitter or your favorite gaming consoles. And with all of that said, until next week, game on.
Boop.
Game on.
I just started downloading Drive Club.
Drive Club? The free version? Or did you buy it?
I ain't buying that shit.
Oh, well, I did.
I'm sorry.
Stupid.
No, you shouldn't be, because it's awesome. It's actually a lot of fun.
Well, you also bought an Xbox One, so that shows me how good your purchasing skills have been lately. So
Yeah, and I'll let you know how much more fun I've had with it than the PS4 this week. We'll talk about that.
Well, I mean, obviously, new fun thing is more fun than not fun thing, so...
I'm gonna get a beverage real quick.
So it comes out that Nick is a hater of Xbox.
He already
Just
owns
a
one, though.
straight up big hater.
He bought one months ago.
And nobody's been hating on it. Like, he's just doing that right now. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, your terrible purchase decision. Fuck you. I enjoy my purchase decision.
He's not here to defend your purchasing problems, so...
Yeah, I mean... Fuck that shit.
I know, right? Screw that Xbox into the ground.
No, I like my Xbox One.
For now.
No, it's definitely introduced me to one of my favorite fighting games ever, so...
And that is?
Killer Instinct.
Ew.
Fuck you, dude. Oh my god.
That game is horrible.
You're fucking full of shit. You are so wrong it isn't even funny.
It's horrible.
Oh, is
What's
it because
horrible?
you don't know how to play it? Is that why, Mike? Is it because you're not good at it?
Wait. What's horrible?
Brandon just said that the Xbox, he appreciates the Xbox One because he introduced him to one of his favorite fighting games of all time, which is Killer Instinct.
Oh, that shitty cash grab they put out? Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's cute, you guys. You can keep talking bullshit as much as you want. I will defend the fuck out of that game. That shitty cash grab. That shitty cash grab. Yes, because a $40 complete game fucking with, let's see, 18 characters is a shitty cash grab. Oh, and a game that gives you free characters every week, and it has a rotation where you can play it for free if you want to. Or you,
Wait,
if
are we
you
talking
want...
about... Are we talking about League right now, or are we talking about Killer Instinct? I lost track.
Oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Speaking of shitty cash grabs.
Dude, fucking just because something's free to play doesn't mean it's shitty. I played shit ton of free to play games. They're fucking garbage. Killer Instinct is not fucking garbage.
Except it is. But, what are you going to say, Nick?
I think Killer Instinct was... I don't doubt that Killer Instinct's maybe a fun game. I don't know. The execution of it, I'm sorry, was stupid.
The way it's put out?
Yes.
I disagree.
No, I think it's the dumbest thing anybody could have ever done ever. Like, honestly, just give me the game with all the characters for $40 or $60 or whatever, and I'll be happy.
Or you can get the game for free and buy one character and learn how to play that character and play it like an actual fighting game where you're not juggling multiple characters and that's the character you stick with because that's the one you want to learn the mechanics of.
I don't know
there
how many
are tons of motherfucking people that would do that.
I don't know how many fighting games you've played, but I've never stuck to one character for a while. There's always been one character I always play, but I always branch out.
That's okay, pleb. It's all right. You don't have to be good at fighting games.
No,
I'm just fucking with you, dude. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh.
Whoa! What the hell was that?
You turned him into Robot Nick. He's a robot.
Prime Directive insult Xbox One entire episode.
You made him short circuit.
Oh my god, his trigger word is pleb, apparently.
Like Xbox One game.
Oh my god, that's so good. Alright.
I have no idea what the fuck Crimson Shroud is.
It's
a very long, very boring game that I can't invest time into, and if that is our game playthrough, I'm dropping out.
Oh my god.
I can't invest like fucking 30 hours into a game when I'm only here for like fucking 2 hours every night. I can't do it.
Here's what's the problem. Like, we have to pick a free-to-play game. That's what he does now. So let's play. Community playthrough for the month of September is going to be Sonic Dash 2 Sonic Boom.
I guess we could also put in some other ones, too, because we gotta have the boat. So how about Dota 2, because that's a very popular
Oh, yeah, no, Dota 2.
Yeah.
Dota 2.
I don't like MOBAs.
Heroes of the
you
Storm
guys
is
are
also-
missing the
Heroes of the
entirely.
Storm.
Yep.
Heroes. Okay, I do like that game.
Hearthstone. We can do
I do like that
Hearthstone.
game.
Hearthstone, yep.
Those games are both
Fallout
good.
Shelter. I'll buy an iOS device. We can do Fallout Shelter.
Dude, I want to actually play that game.
Of course you do, because it's free to play. It's right up your alley.
Anyway,
Fuck you. Why do I even stay on this fucking podcast?
Oh,
God
you know
damn it.
you love it. Don't even
I
give me that.
hate you guys. With fucking passion.
You wish you hated us.
Being attacked from every which way. What the fuck, guys?
Witch away.
That's
What's
a
a witch away?
that's a term.
Term for...
Everywhere. Like each one of you are attacking me in some way, shape, or form.
So, like, if you were in a field of peaches, and there were peaches everywhere, there'd be peaches every which away.
Yes.
God damn, there's peaches every which away.
We must be in Georgia.
We must be in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
We should go on a manhunt to find Brandon. We just stop when we start seeing peaches. Assume he must be around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Because, I mean, Brandon without peaches is like zebras without
fucking-
stripes.